Hey everybody, Jeff Reinhart here, LMP and Lancaster Online. It's week 4 of the LL Football Roundtable, sponsored by Auto Hustle Lancaster. CB Bucks, we're here in Whitmer. Huge game in week 4. Bucks 3-0, host Ephrata 3-0, Section 2 opener. Winner goes to the top of the section with a long way to go, but we get started on Friday. Jojo Garcia, CB Bucks, how are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, 3-0. Give me some keys to success. What's going right over here for you guys?
We're a hard-working team, offense and defense. We're looking great. We have young guys coming up, stepping up, and we improved so much this year.
Cordell, you guys are coming off a big shutout win last week. What were some of the highlights of last Friday night?
I think just collectively, like on each side of the ball, we just dominated. I think defensively, like we played really well. Offensively, we're moving the ball down the field. And I mean, you couldn't be more happy. I mean, I think even just with Joe taking that kick return to the house, you know, I mean, what better can you have? And I think just that overall team win was just the best part of it.
And we're going into week 4 now. Section play opening up. You've got Ephrata coming in, undefeated matchup, little in-section rival. What can you tell me about the keys to this game coming up?
I think with our defensive coordinator, Coach Freed, tells us every week 9-5-9, which is 9 players, 5 yards from the ball every single time, 90% of the time. And I think that is just a key thing we need for this week because I mean, they're a big team. I know they got some big boys, and we just got to stop everything, and everyone got to fight at the ball. And just I think that's one of the key parts this week is just everyone high intensity and just being ready.
Ephrata, good start. They're playing good. I think you'll tip your cap and say, okay, they're 3-0. They got some wins. They're playing pretty good. I'm sure you've seen film. Without giving away the fort, what have you seen about Ephrata? What do you like about their squad?
Honestly, they have a lot of tough guys, definitely up front too, and their quarterback's really good. I just feel like they have a good scheme, offensive side and defense. I feel like it's going to be a great game.
And welcome back from CB. Thanks to the Bucks for all the access this week. Huge game, CB and Ephrata coming up on Friday night. We will hit that along with other Section 4 chatter with Jason, Christian, Brian. I'm Jeff. Welcome in. LL Football Roundtable Week 4. Section openers, guys. No more 29-game non-league weeks. Much more manageable 20 games this week. Section openers, including a couple of really good Titanic matchups here to get section play started. Let's start with this one. Section 3. Solanco was the preseason pick. Warwick was the pick to finish second, and they're meeting right out of the chute. Warwick at Solanco, you're going to go. Break it down.
Yeah, Warwick 3-0, one of only 2 teams in the section still undefeated, along with Conrad Weiser, which is the defending section champion. Warwick's built on defense, and
yeah.
I think that tends to be leaves them underestimated a little bit because we like high-flying offense. We like lots of points, but 31 points per game allowed 3 weeks. They beat LS, held LS to 7. That was when we sort of saw, hey, they're here, they're a legitimate section contender. They beat Cedar Crest. That's not a bad win. Cedar Crest has been in the 6A district playoffs the last couple of years. When I talk to coaches, the name they mention is Vinny Bagonis.
Oh, yeah.
The nose tackle. Not built like the stereotypical nose tackle, 6'2", 215, quick, athletic, can move around. He just wreaks havoc, and they have that 3-4 front, and he's either beating his guy off the ball or he's forcing multiple blockers, which opens up options for other defenders, and they just don't give up much. But this will be a test because Solanco is a high-powered offense. All that preseason buzz. Can they go 10-0 like they did 3 years ago? Well, no. They lost the first game to LS in the Milk Jug game. It was a heartbreaker, but they've won 2 in a row since. They beat Octorara. They beat Penn Manor. And so they haven't been tested really since the first week, and this will be the test. They have Johnny Garcia, 417 yards rushing, Chris Burgos-Wise, 11 yards per carry. And they remind me a little bit of Cocalico, where they have the fullback inside and they have the home run threat on the perimeter, and they just pile up points. So it'll be a fascinating matchup. You can't count out Weiser. They're undefeated. They're the defending champs. But as far as Lancaster County goes, these are the best 2 teams in the section, and the winner of this game has the inside track as far as the LL teams in our neck of the woods.
Yes, no doubt. Vinny Bagonis looks like a D end.
Yeah,
he looks like a D end.
You're seeing more of those linemen now, though. Those tall, athletic, long linemen, and not always on the outside. Sometimes on the interior. Yeah.
He's a heck of a player. He'll blow you up hard. Another fun Section 3 game. Brian, you're going to check out Cocalico, which is struggling a bit at Garden Spot.
Yeah.
It's a fun LL game.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I enjoy me some fun LL games, but I want to start with Cocalico. Obviously, it's kind of been the talk. 0-3 for the first time since 2006. Lost another tough one last week to LS on, I believe, a late fourth quarter drive. They lost 10-6. They've lost all 3 of their games by a combined 9 points.
9 points.
Which is very, very tough. Of course, you have to talk about Dane Horning. I mean, the kid is a monster. 17 rushes, 327 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chase Brenneman, 12 rushes for 81 yards as well. He's kind of gone on under the radar for them a little bit, but that's definitely where their offense starts. I think for Cocalico, what they need to do now is just block out the noise. Hunker down in that locker room, get together. You're not looking at game by game anymore. You're looking at snap by snap, play by play. I think for Cocalico, they are one of the blue bloods in the LL.
Yeah, they are.
They are a traditional program. They just have to take it one step at a time now. Very tough start. On the Garden Spot side, they lost to Ephrata last week, 41-30. Shootout, backup quarterbacks galore. It was kind of a wild game. You couldn't take your eyes off of it. Musselman, the quarterback, he had a little bit of a wrist issue last week. Missed, I would say probably, he played most of the first half. Took a snap or 2 in the second half and then was out the rest of the way. He should be good to go. Andrew Pemberton is an electric factory.
Yeah,
The kid, 80-yard rush on the first 80-yard rushing touchdown on the first play of the game.
Nice.
Gone. 99-yard kick return. I mean, you can't take your eyes off of him. He's quick. He's shifty. Once he's in the open field, good luck. And then the last shout out for the Spartans, Gabe Martin is a kid that you won't see on the stat sheet much, but he is everywhere. Defensively, I think it felt like he made every single stop for Garden Spot last week against Ephrata. So Spartans back home. Cocalico really trying to get that first win. Should be a good one.
In years past, Cocalico finds a way in those 3, and they're 3-0. You know that. Yeah. Tricky start. Fun game, non-league game Friday night. Christian gets another road trip and another non-league game. Lucky him. Barons, Mannheim Central at Bermudian Springs. A couple of District 3 longtime powerhouses will collide. What do you make of Barons Eagles?
Well, first off, first time these 2 programs have ever met, which I think just puts an exclamation point on the matchup right from the get. But you mentioned kind of the powerhouses of District 3 when you talk about legacy history. They're both struggling right now. They're both 1 and 2. Both seem to trying to find their identity. I guess we'll start with Central. Central comes off a tough 28-16 loss to Dallastown last week. A game that really could have gotten away, really gone south from the shoot. They're down 14-0, and they clawed their way back to make it 21-16 at halftime. Logan Capel they've kind of had that alternating QB situation. Him and Gavin Jonigan, excuse me. Capel's kind of emerging in that battle a little bit. Threw for 112 yards on 10 completions last week. He was hampered. Central had 5 drops. A lot of drops for the Barons last week. But on defense, their big thing is just eliminating those big plays. Last week, that was what Dallastown thrived on, feasted on. Christopher Cromartie galloped to 50-yard touchdown right from the get, and really the backbreaker was a 62-yard rumble there in the fourth quarter. But Bermudian, Lane Hubbard, he's the one that captained the Eagles to the district championship last year over Trinity. If I remember correctly from covering that game in my mid-Penn days, they run kind of that wing T type formation. But he's kind of that Swiss Army knife for Bermudian. He has 377 passing yards, 231 rushing right now, combined 5 TDs, and for a nod to you, 6 pass breakups.
How about that? There you
on
go.
Defense.
Speaking
Get those
of that,
gaudy stats in there.
Central has 7 interceptions in 3 games. So if you look at their stats, you wouldn't know they're 1 and 2 and kind of searching for it.
Not scoring a lot of points.
They are not scoring
Since
a lot
the
of
first
points.
game,
Yeah, we'll see. I still don't know about the Barons yet. I haven't figured them out. Okay, thank you, Christian. I will see you Friday at Ephrata at CV. Okay, powerhouse game here. Couple of 3-0 teams. CV coming off a 53-0 win over Dover. CV has given up 6 points, fewest in the league, and they're allowing just 90 yards a game. So when you think CV, you think Espenshade and Rubel and Garcia and Bear and all these funky stats, but their D's been really good, really good. Ephrata should test them, keep an eye on the quarterback spot. Brian, as you mentioned, Martin got off to a great start for Ephrata. He had like 8 touchdowns in the first couple of weeks, went out last week, and then Malachi Knowles came in, had a TD pass and a TD run. So he can play a little bit. Yeah, he has like 25 brothers and sisters, so he's an athletic kid. Fun game. This is a huge game. CV 15-game regular season unbeaten streak. And this is huge for the race, and I know it's week 4, but Muhlenberg's 3-0 and Exeter's 3-0, so they're out there lurking. So these kind of Section 2 games are going to be huge. Enjoy Ephrata at CV on Friday. That should be great. Okay. For the good of the order, anything on your mind, Jason?
Some of our perennial powers are down, but I think what that means is the games have been close.
They have been, yeah.
A lot of fourth quarters where the lead changes, and that's atypical. A lot of times the best teams just blow the doors off of their opponents, but it has been, I've been in 3 games and none of them have been decided until the very end, and that makes for more interesting games week to week.
Absolutely. Christian?
Yeah, I know Jason did it a couple weeks ago, but maybe a shameless plug. But aside from football, every single day on Lancaster Online, we have feature stories across the board, whether it's golf, whether it's field hockey, cross country, soccer. Just every day we are bringing a different story, a different outlook to other sports across the LL. So I just wanted to kind of get that out there and say, hey, you know, this might be the Football Roundtable, but we got a lot to offer.
Nope,
so.
Well said. We cover the LL League, top to bottom, everywhere in between. Brian, anything on your mind, sir?
Yeah, shout out Elijah Hess over at Penn Manor.
Yeah.
80-yard interception return, I believe it was, for a touchdown. You love when the big guys score.
Fumble
Okay,
return.
I think I saw interception on Twitter, but could have been either or, but still impressive nonetheless.
Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling, Elijah.
I love the big guys, man.
The javelin guy.
Say, watch out for those javelin throws.
Yeah, seriously. I have nothing. Good job, guys. Okay. Week 4, it should be great. LL Football Roundtable, sponsored by Auto House of Lancaster. Jason, Christian, Brian, Jeff, Tyler, thank you. Enjoy week 4. We'll catch you back here next week. Thanks.